Week 1 flies your way next from Space City. It's the debut of #1 overall pick Trevor Lawrence, and we'll see if he airs it out in Houston. The Jags and Texans take flight next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. For the first time, the Jacksonville Jaguars set to go here on offense, led out by the new face of the franchise, the #1 overall pick, of course, from this year's draft. It's Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson.
And for many people, there's a lot of pressure that comes with being the presumptive #1 overall pick for 2, if not 3 years now. But Trevor Lawrence has handled it well. The Jacksonville Jaguars excited to have him in town, to say the least, because they started guys like Gardner Minshew, Jake Luton, Mike Glennon just in the last season. But let's face it, they now have their franchise quarterback.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Open man left side. It's a tight end, Manhertz. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Texans ready to take over here on offense, and it's Deshaun Watson at the controls in his 5th season now in the NFL.
Another tremendous year in 2020 where he led the NFL with 4,823 passing yards. And remember, that was in a year after DeAndre Hopkins was traded to Arizona. Also had 33 touchdown passes against only 7 interceptions. A dynamic performer. Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive. And that was a pleasing run from Phillip Lindsay, coming over from the Denver Broncos to join now a crowded backfield with the Houston Texans. But why is it so crowded? Because they finished 31st in the league last year in rushing, and they're trying to find anyone who can lead them and get that running game moving in Houston.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. His throw incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That caught by Manhurts. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
We play to win.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On the toss, here's Robinson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Texans 3. Josh Lambeau, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Ready to return, here's Hilliard.
All you got to do is look and learn. Look and learn, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Texans take over first.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
Yeah, I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, That's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
47's the mic.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Shrugs him off. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings them 2nd and 3.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Now it's Watson. He's got Jordan complete right side. And some room to roam now. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's Watson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, here's Watson. And this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks, 29 yards. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Charles, a look there at the Jaguars draft class for 2021. And no question, this will all be judged by how Trevor Lawrence performs. But Urban Meyer and crew, they were also able to pick up some potential building blocks later on.
And that's part of the grand plan, because when you draft Trevor Lawrence, you have to surround.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. On play action, Lawrence. That's complete to Robinson. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start out in Indy. Seattle in town for the season opener against Indianapolis. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. From there, it's over to our nation's capital to check on the football team at home at FedEx Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. The newest Cardinals.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
We're paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks. I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. On first down, it's Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll run on first down. Robinson. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Ross Blacklock. Coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Watch 18, watch 18.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 21-yard line. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Josh Allen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving, maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now. And
that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run. Robinson. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 28. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. After the sack on first down, Watson. This is Cobb with a catch right side. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Watson. Pass complete to QT. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Watson. Into the hands of Cooks. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Watson to throw. A little check down to Lindsey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Watson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. One last throw here for Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it, and this one's over. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Jags, it's a victory in the debuts of Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer, two guys whose fortunes will certainly be linked the next few years. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.